million people. You want to throw 15 million people off the health care that they have. You're going to destroy a broken health care system. We may not be able to recover from that. I think Trump understands that. The Republicans understand that. And I wish that the Speaker of the House, Mr. Johnson, had not given his members a vacation, taken them out of Washington. In the middle of this crisis, they're not here. That's pretty pathetic.
Yeah, and his argument is they did their job by passing the Clean CR and it's in the Senate's hands. But on what you heard from the president today, that he would be willing to make the right deal on the Obamacare subsidies, do you see that as an off-ramp or do you see that as a bluff?
I don't think it's a bluff. I think, look, he is a good politician. They are losing this battle. Every poll that I have seen suggests that the American people understand that the Republicans are causing this shutdown. They control the White House. They control the Senate. They control the House. They need 60 votes in the Senate. And when you need 60 votes, you have to negotiate. Up until now, they have not negotiated at all, their way or the highway. What Trump is beginning to say is, okay, we're going to have to come to the table and negotiate. Now, my own view is, I think speaking for most Americans, at a time when our healthcare system is already broken, you can't make it worse. So we have to restore these tax credits permanently. In my view, you can't throw 15 million people off of healthcare. Studies suggest that will lead to 50,000 unnecessary deaths a year. And I think when we negotiate with Trump, because for good reason, I think Democrats don't trust his word, we have to make sure there are no more rescissions. As you are aware, Trump decides that he's going to cut funding to states that committed the crime of voting against Donald Trump. $18 billion for New York and New Jersey for a major tunnel project. That is absurd.
Yeah, and even Republicans have said that they're trying to get the White House to reverse that. Mike Lawler, the congressman from New York, is trying to reverse that. On the subsidies, though, so you mentioned the subsidies and then an agreement on no more rescissions. Is that, there are other things that are in the Democratic ask. It's a 68-page proposal, I think. Should they cut all of the rest of that and just say those two things?
I think you got to negotiate. You're not going to get everything you want. But bottom line, again, I don't mean to be overly repetitive. We have a broken healthcare system. Everybody knows that. And Trump is not wrong when he says the system is not working very well. But he is making it far worse. And honestly, as the former chair of the Health Committee, I worry very, very much that he could literally collapse the entire system. We don't have enough doctors right now. Who in the world is going to want to become a doctor in the midst of all of this? We pay the highest prices in the world for prescription drugs, for health care in general. Our life expectancy is lower than other major countries. So we have a system deeply in trouble. He is taking it to the verge of collapse. We cannot allow that to happen.
So today, when we were in there, I was a little surprised because he sounded open to making a deal on the subsidies. But then tonight, he posted on Truth Social, basically, you need to reopen the government first before you can have that conversation. Are you willing to do that?
No, of course not. Who would trust them? You know, look, they have had months and months to negotiate, and they have chosen not to. The Speaker of the House has said to his members, you don't even have to come back to Washington, D.C. Before any Democrat, sane Democrat, would agree to anything, it has to be explicit, written down, cross their fingers, you know, and so forth and so on. You can't, open the we'll negotiate with you. Really? Who believes that? I don't think many
So
people.
if you got a written commitment from the White House on negotiating, then
not on what the deal is. What are you going to do?
On the subsidies.
Of course. What is it going to be, for 2 weeks extension? In my view, it should be permanent. Until we can move to, in my view, a Medicare for all healthcare system and do what every other major country on earth does.